The wingspan is now reduced. That means you never hit the water with the tips, and even in maneuvers it's very playful. And also if you're jumping or doing any 360 rotation, it helps you to rotate faster and easier. The V3 has now more profile to the front and a little bit deeper profile, and on the back section it's flatter. That means in every transition it's very neutral, but for starting you have a lot of acceleration and a lot of power in the front. As the trailing edge is very, very flat, we have now the small battens out of plastic, which secures that it's not flattering in any transition moment or if you're overpowered. So like this, the trailing edge is always stiff. VAYU choose the Teijin material for this year, for the dark run in the leading edge section and also for the canopy section, which makes the wing by itself very light and super stiff. The new feature VAYU came up with is also the window material. It's X-Ply now. It's lighter, it's not deforming in any temperature, and it's very resistant due to the profile. And even if you fall into the window, it has now seams, which is very, very consistent. Since the beginning, VAYU is working with this unique bridge boom design. Now we reduced the diameter of the bridge boom, but due to the different segments, it's very stiff and super solid. The full carbon handles, which are lighter, thinner by the diameter for gloves in wintertime or for smaller hands. We have the plastic ends on the end, which protects the board when you're hitting with the boom the board. And of course we have the soft handles, which are again thinner and very rigid, which you can change anytime from rigid to soft handle. So we talked a lot about the big points, but also the small points and the small items changed. We have here now the SUP valve, which is good because no sand, no dirt can get into it. But it's also super easy to inflate and deflate, and you see the pressure on the pressure pump. But still there's a one pump system on the one side and a dump valve on the other side to deflate the middle strut super fast. Also the front handle is super stiff now. The patch is wider, so it protects your hand even if you're riding very often. Yeah, and we also worked a lot on the leash. We have a small handle here to open the leash, easy. So it's a very solid and good leash. Also we are offering here an extension, so if you want to have a longer leash, you can extend the leash super easy with a small rope. The perfect pressure for this V3 is 7 to 8 psi. If you're very heavy or if there's a lot of wind, I would recommend up to 9 psi, which make the wing super stiff. The back is completely new designed. We have shoulder protection here. So the shoulder, if you're carrying your foil, is protected. We have the ventilation, so the wing is always dry, even if you pack it wet into the back. And you have a very long zipper, so it's easy to put the wing into the back. In the smaller pocket in the front, you have all the spare parts for the new SUP valve, the adapter for the pump, the key for the soft handles to change from rigid to soft, and everything is in the front section of the back.